You see it? Hi guys, after 24 hours of traveling time from Toronto to Houston to Santiago to Calama and took a bus to San Pedro, I'm finally at this place which is called Atacama, San Pedro de Atacama in Chile. So this reminds me a lot of Namibia, Red Desert, also reminds me of Bolivia. It's pretty cool. I'm just at the hotel right now at Taka Hotel, and as you can see there's a Chilean flag right here. So I landed here about 7 p.m. Gonna go out and try to get some food for dinner, and we'll be here for about 10 days, including the race. Going for this desert race, I'm just a volunteer, and I'll be like outside in the wilderness camping. So this is just the only few days where I can actually take a shower and have nice food and have shelter. Otherwise it's all going to be camping. Anyway, ciao. Hello, this is basically the downtown of San Pedro de Atacama. We're on a street called Caracoles, and basically I met one of the volunteers from the Desert Race, and we had great dinner. Here's Bill right here.
Hi, I'm Bill.
Yeah, we had great pizza, and we're just walking down the street. It's about 8 p.m. It's not too cold, thank God. But sooner or later we're gonna have to like stay outside, outdoor. Just give you a quick look of the streets right here. Lots of different stores. There's like a car coming by here and all that. I'm gonna say it's a little quite busy, and hopefully we'll be rested out and for the next day. Cheers. So this is still the same hotel that I'm staying, called Taka Hotel. I guess I haven't really explained what my purpose here for the first 10 days is. Basically, I'm volunteer for a race called the Desert Race. It's a race across like 4 different desert series. There's Atacama, which is where I am in Chile, Gobi Desert in China, Sahara or Namibia in Africa, and then the last one's Antarctica. So basically, it's a nice, neat thing where competitors got to run for like 250 kilometers, and over a span of 6 days, each stage or each day they run for different time intervals. But it's interesting. There are about 98 runners this year. The highest number of participants countries is Japan, and then next is UK, and then the United States. But I still see a lot of Canadians as a volunteer and also as a runner. And altogether, there are about 36 staff, but in terms of volunteers, there's about 23 of us, and including an awesome medical team. So this is an interesting place where we're going to be. The first site is actually about an hour and 2 hours away from where we are. We're surrounded by 44 volcanoes, and some are even active, which is pretty cool. There's about a total of 14 countries participating in this race. And interesting thing is one of the racers is from Brazil, and he's actually blind and will be running for the 3rd time. That'll be interesting. Hi guys, this is basically the beginning of the Atacama Desert Race. We're heading toward camp, and basically we're in one of the 9 cars getting there for volunteers. So beside me there's Sarah, there's Danielle right here with me. Also in front is Ken. You can see Ken right here.
What's up?
Yeah, there you go. So basically, as I said before, this place looks like Mars. Red planet. You can see from the other footage that the landscape basically changes from time to time. It'll take us about like an hour and a half to 2 hours just to get to destination. And up there, we're going to set up our first camp. We'll be ready, and by tomorrow morning, 5:30, we'll be awake. We'll be getting ready to start. We'll get the competitor briefing, and at 8 a.m., racers will start rolling. And then all the volunteers, including us, will be at different stations managing the race. So it'll be cool, it'll be fun, and we're just enjoying our ride. Cheers. Are you slowly walking towards the camera?
Yes. Okay, first camp.
First camp.
this.
Hi. Where
Oh,
are we
hey,
now?
Henry. How's it going?
Where are we headed now?
So right now we are at a place called Valle de la Luna. It is our surprise location for sleeping quarters this evening. The winds were really, really strong at what was supposed to be Camp 2 tonight, so we had to emergency evacuate 98 competitors and 36 volunteers, plus a whole bunch more staff and medical team, all by 4x4 vehicles. Took a couple hours, but we finally made it here. And I think we're going to be here until about 4:30 a.m. until we start to make our way back out to Camp Number 2, as far as I know, unless we hear differently. That's my understanding. So right now we just have people kind of passed out in every different corner of this building right now. Maybe Henry will show you around what's going on.
Well, I surely will show you around. This is a little location, just going around a little bit. Trying to look at the location. It's like a little area. There's like a little room right here. Probably can't see, but there's like another room right here. Lots of beds right here. And people are like sleeping right here. There's like another room right here. A lot of people. And then there's like another room right here. Tons of like beds. And yeah, 2 new places right here. So yeah, basically too many rooms right here, but not enough beds. So we'll see.
Hey, move.
Oh.
Right on.
Yes, I am filming. Yes, it captures sound too. It can actually hear us. This is still day 4. I'm recording this according to Christine before we die.
We've been abandoned. No radio
Chris,
contact.
basically, we're in the middle of the infamous salt flats in Atacama, and I'm just basically replacing Nikki on shift. Nikki went back to CP4, and Christine and Nikki created this lovely makeshift tent using 2 walking poles and scarf to create a bit of a shadow.
It's a very British windshield.
It's very lovely. We're here basically 2 kilometers away from checkpoint 4 into the salt flat, just because we want to supply runners with a bit of water in case they need it. But the problem is that there is no shelter. I brought something, but there's no, there's no poles or bamboo stick to support the tent. So basically, it's basically useless. And we had 2 radio phones try to communicate to anybody. CP3 in front of us or CP4 behind us. We got no response. So yeah, so we can't really do anything about it. And we're just hoping for the best. Sylvia will come and replace Christine. Christine's gonna go back for rest. And yeah, I'm just recording this as a vlog.
Because we might die, because nobody knows.
And because we might die. So I'm just recording this as evidence.
Hi, Mum.
Okay.
Love you.
You can either just go grey and be silly, or you can go grey and be starchy. So I'd rather be the...
Alright, this is still the salt flat of Atacama, the infamous salt flat. Still a crazy person to be here by herself, walking. Basically, there is absolutely nothing. It's about 35 Celsius. The heat is pretty bad. Luckily, before we had some shades, but this is still pretty bad. Anyway, walking back to checkpoint 4. It's about 2 kilometers away to get to the next destination, and hopefully I'll be fully, cooled down. Got to protect yourself, your neck, your arm, your face, otherwise you can easily get sunburn. But yeah, I was talking to the motorcyclist Fernando. He said this is like the worst time of the entire trip because of the heat. There's absolutely nothing for you to create shade or shadow. Anyway, see you soon. Hey guys, I'm sure you know, I think I've explained to you about what a sweeper does. So basically a sweeper basically try to clear the path at the end by picking up the pink flags. And basically you walk behind the last runner just to, you know, make sure that everybody's okay, make sure that there's no like any emergency issue. So yeah, basically Donna and I got selected as sweeper for this leg. This is day 5. This is Donna, you know, my partner for sweeping. This is the day 5 long march, and the entire thing is 71 kilometers. No, we are not sweeping for 71 kilometers. We're only sweeping for maybe 23, so the first leg, and then we're gonna switch to other team to do sweeping. So yeah, interesting view. We caught up to the last runner, and now we're just enjoying our view. And yeah, so in this path there are a lot of pink flags. We pick up a bunch of pink flags we put in this white little bag. You can see here, these are all the pink flags. And yeah, we're basically going around a lake for the first part. Checkpoint 1 is about 13 kilometers from camp. We've been speed walking I should say, for about maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So anyway, so in front is a pink flag, and Donna's gonna pick it up, and you can see right here. There you go. So we pick up pink flags. So we just basically pick up pink flags on the way. And yeah, so interesting task. You know, it's not easy to walk or run around desert. You get to try to experience one of the easy ones, I should say. Anyway, stay tuned. Bye. Hi, it's been 2.5 hours since we're started sweeping from the camp to checkpoint 1. I can tell you that the scenery and the landscape has not changed. Just look around, you know. Yeah, it's still an open field with nothing. So after 3 hours and 18 minutes,
Well, yeah, about 20 minutes left.
but then checkpoint 1, we arrive. Here you go. Here's an example of pink flag. See the flag right here. Not bad. Coming soon. Cutoff is about 12. And we got to checkpoint 1 at about 11:20-ish. Following the closest runner. Donna working hard, picking up pink flags under the sun. 13.8 kilometers walking, and we have another 8.2 to go after to checkpoint 2. So last pink flag of the day, at least for checkpoint 1. Donna picking it up, walking up now. Hello.
Everybody is fast.
Wow.
Woo. It is 12 o'clock right now. We left CP1, checkpoint 1, about 12 minutes ago. We basically stayed at checkpoint 1 for about 26 minutes. Just relaxing, you know, trying to make sure if the competitor is still going on or not. And then we move on. But any competitor in front of us is probably left about 10 minutes ago, so nowhere to be found. Can't even see a single competitor. So in this field it's just myself and Donna. That's it. Again, the landscape, it's about the same. I call this more like a dead savanna. It does have like these little, you know, plants, but it's still quite dead. Not surprising, it's still a little bit of like salt flat, it's still poisonous. Anyway, we're enjoying ourselves. We expect to get to checkpoint 2 maybe like in 2.5 hours. From checkpoint 1 to checkpoint 2 is about 8.2 kilometers. So we'll be there. Hello. It's been about an hour and 10 minutes since we left checkpoint 1. And we met one of the person who worked for Deserts. His name is Fernando. He drives a motorbike. He came by us and say, you know, if we need any water and stuff, but from that point to checkpoint 2 is about 4 kilometers. We still could not catch up to the closest runner because the closest runner left about 10 minutes ago. Anyway, yeah, this is a very different change of scenery. Now here it looks more like Africa. Africa savanna, you know, trees and stuff. It looks like it's quite established too because I see some tables and chairs and everything. So I'm not surprised if there are tourists that will come here and just have a look. Anyway, just a quick update. Bye. 1:35 right now, p.m. and we can see checkpoint 2 line of sight within 100 meters right there. So that's about a total of 23 kilometers walking through the desert, sweeping from camp to checkpoint 2. Later on we're going to give this to the next sweeper and they'll go from checkpoint 3 to checkpoint 4. All right, see ya.